Good day everyone, my name is John Cedric Amercado, and for today, we're going to report about swimming as a competitive sport with my co-reporter Mr. John R.J. Rondario. Let's proceed.
Swimming emerged as a competitive sport in early 1800s in England. In 1828, the first indoor swimming pool, St. George Baths, was opened to the public. By 1837, the National Swimming Society was holding regular swimming competitions in 6 artificial swimming pools built around London. The sport grew in popularity, and by 1880, when the first national governing body, the Amateur Swimming Association, was formed, there were already over 300 regional clubs in operation across the country. Internationally, competitive swimming came into prominence with its inclusion into modern Olympic Games from their inception in 1896. Olympic events were originated only for men, but women's events were added in 1912. Before the formation of FINA, the Games include some unusual events in 1900. For instance, when the game swimming events were held in a Seine River in France, a 200-meter obstacle race involved climbing over a pole and the line of boats and swimming under them. Such oddities disappeared after FINA took charge. Under FINA regulations for both Olympic and other world competition, race lengths come increasingly to be measured in meters, and in 1969 world records for a yard-measured race were abolished. These kinds of strokes allowed were reduced to freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, and butterfly. All 4 strokes were used in individual medley races. Many nations have one time or another dominated Olympic and world competition, including Hungary, Denmark, Australia, Germany, France, Great Britain, Canada, Japan, and United States. Swimming times have dropped over the years due to superior training techniques, new technical developments. The first 4 Olympics were not held in pools, but in open water. In the year 1896, the Mediterranean, 1900s, the Seine River, 1904, an artificial lake, 1906, the Mediterranean. 1904 Olympics freestyle race was the only one ever measured at 100 yards instead of the usual 100 meters. A 100-meter pool was built for the 1908 Olympics and sat in the center of the main stadium track in Field Oval. The 1912 Olympics held in the Stockholm Harbor marked the beginning of the electronic timing. Male swimmers wore full body suits until 1940s, which caused more drag in the water than their modern swimwear counterpart experience. Competition suits now include engineered fabric and designs to reduce swimmers' drag in the water and prevent athlete fatigue. In addition, over the years, pool designs have lessened the drag. There were also changes in the late 20th century in terms of technique. Breaststrokers are now allowed to dip their heads completely under the water to glide, which allows for longer strokes and faster time. Backstroke. Backstrokes are known as long axis strokes, where the body rotates from side to side. Breaststroke. Breaststroke is a swimming style in which swimmer is on their chest and on the torso does not rotate. Butterfly. When the arms are out over the water horizontally, it looks like a butterfly wings. Hence, the name of the stroke. Each plays part butterfly because of muscle. Freestyle. Freestyle is a category of swimming competition defined by the rules of the International Swimming Federation, in which competitors are subject to few limited restrictions on their swimming stroke. Front crawl. The front crawl or forward crawl, also known as the Australian crawl or American crawl, is a swimming stroke usually regarded as the fastest of the 4 primary strokes. Side stroke. The side stroke is a swimming stroke, so named because the swimmer lies on one side with a symmetric arm and leg motion, and it's helpful as a life-saving technique, and it's often used for long-distance swimming.
Records in swimming competition. The foundation of PINA in 1908 signaled the commencement of recording the first official world records in swimming. At that time, a record could be established in any swimming pool of length not less than 25 yards, and records were also accepted for intermediate distance, split times from long-distance events. Today, world records will only be accepted when times are reported by automatic officiating equipment or semi-automatic officiating equipment in case of automatic officiating equipment system malfunction. Records in events such as 300 yards, 300 meters, 1,000 yards, and 1,000 meter freestyle, 400 meter backstroke, and 400 meter and 500 meter breaststroke were no longer ratified from 1948. A further removal of the 500 yard and 500 meter freestyle, 150 meter backstroke, and 3x100 medley relay from record listing occurred in 1952. In 1952, the National Federation of the United States and Japan proposed at the PINA Congress the separation of records achieved in long course and short course pools. However, it was 4 more years before action came into effect, with the Congress deciding to retain only records held in 50-meter pools as the official world record listings. By 1969, there were 1 events in which PINA recognized official world records, 16 for men, 15 for women, closely resembling the event schedule that was in use at the Olympic Games. Increase in accuracy and reliability of electronic timing equipment lead to the introduction of hundreds of seconds to the time records from 21 August 1972. Records in short course 25-meter pools began to be officially approved as short course and world records. From March 3, 1991, prior to this date, times in short course 25-meter pools were not officially recognized but were regarded a world best time. From October 31, 1944, times in 50-meter backstroke, breaststroke, and butterfly were added to the official world listing. PINA currently recognizes world records in the following events for both men and women: freestyle 50 meters, 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, 800 meters, and 1,500 meters; backstroke 50 meters, 100 meters, and 200 meters; breaststroke 50 meters, 100 meters, and 200 meters; butterfly 50 meters, 100 meters, 200 meters; individual medley 100 meters, 200 meters, and 400 meters; relay 4x50 meters, freestyle relay 4x100 freestyle, 4x200 freestyle, 4x50 medley relay, short courses only; 4x100 medley, mixed relay teams of both men and 2 women; 4x50 mixed freestyle, 4x100 mixed freestyle, 4x50 mixed medley, 4x100 mixed medley, long course. Competitive swimming. Competitive swimming became popular in the 19th century. The goal of high-level competitive swimming is to break personal or world records while beating competitors in any given event. Swimming in competition should create the least resistance in order to obtain maximum speed. However, some professional swimmers who do not hold the national or world ranking are considered the best in regards to their technical skills. Typically, an athlete goes through a cycle of training in which the body is overloaded with work in the beginning and middle segments of the cycle, and then the workload is decreased in the final stage as the swimmer approaches the competition. Open water swimming. Swimmer must go around the yellow mark and count as a lap. Open water swimming is swimming outside a regular pool, in a lake or sometimes ocean. Popularity of the sport has grown in recent years, particularly since the 10-kilometer open water event was added as an Olympic event in 2005, contested for the first time in the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing. New recent technology has developed much faster swimsuits. Full body suits have been banned, but swimmers at the very top level still wear suits that have been lasered together because stitching creates drugs. The disadvantage of these suits is that they are often uncomfortable inside and can tear easily if not handled carefully. The largest ocean swim in terms of numbers of participants are in Australia, with the Prior to Pub Cold Classic and Melbourne Swim Classic, all with roughly 5,000 swimming participants. In open water swimming, where the events are swum in a body of open water, lake or sea, there are also 5 kilometer, 10 kilometers, and 25 kilometers events for men and women. However, only the 10-kilometer event is included in the Olympic schedule, again for both men and women. Open water competitions are typically separated to the swimming competitions with the exception of the World Championships and Olympics. Seasons in competitive swim. Competitive swimming from the club through the international level tends to have an autumn and winter season, competing in short course 25 meters or yards, pools, and a spring and summer season competing in long course 50-meter pools and in open water. In international competition and in club swimming in Europe, the short course 25-meter season lasts from September to December, and the long course 50-meter season from January to August, with open water in summer months. These regulations
Why competitive swimming is the best sport? Swimming is good all-around activity because it keeps your heart rate up, but it takes some of the impact stress of your body, builds endurance, muscle strength, and cardiovascular fitness, help maintain the healthy weight, healthy heart and lungs.
Was smashing my